Inside Current Affairs Quiz 5 May 2021. Question number first is World Happiness Report 2021 was released by option number is World Health Organization WHO, second option is UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network, third option is United Nations Development Program UNDP, and fourth is World Economic Forum. Which is right? The answer is UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network. UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network. Second is consider the following statements regarding the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation (BIMSTEC). Option 1 is it comprises of 8 member states lying in littoral and adjacent areas of Bay of Bengal. Second, it came into being through the Bangkok Declaration. Third, it is an implicit free trade agreement among the member nations. So the option number 1, that is BIMSTEC comprises of 8 member states lying in the littoral and adjacent areas of Bay of Bengal. It is right. Second number option is wrong, as it came into being through the Bangkok Declaration. This option, this is not coming in Bangkok Declaration. It is wrong. The sub-regional organization came into being in 1997 through Bangkok Declaration, or it constitutes 7 member states. The third option is right. It is an implicit free trade agreement among member nations. So option answer is 1 and 3. Third number question is Greyhounds, known for anti-insurgency operations against Naxalites, is from which state? The answer is Andhra Pradesh. Other options are Jharkhand, Odisha and Chhattisgarh. Fourth number question is which of the following committees have not been set up to examine the electoral system in India? So the options are Dinesh Goswami Committee, Indrajit Gupta Committee, Narsimham Committee, Tankha Committee. So the answer is Narsimham Committee. Narsimham Committee has not been set up to examine the electoral system in India. Rest of them has been set up to examine the electoral system in India. Fifth number question says the government has amended the Environment Protection Act to drop the mandatory washing of the coal supplied to thermal power plants. In this context, what are the benefits of using washed coal? First option is washing coal increases the efficiency and quality of dry fuel. Second option is thermal power plants would have fewer operational problems. Third option is the combustion of the washed coal would be better from an emissions and local air pollution perspective. So the answer is 1, 2 and 3. That means washing coal increases the efficiency and quality of the dry fuel. It is right. Thermal power plant would have fewer operational problems. It is right. The combustion of washed coal would be better from an emissions and local area pollution perspective. It is also right. So let us see the quiz summary. So the answer is yes, 5 out of 5 is all is right. So let us see the explanation of all the questions answer. First, World Happiness Report 2021 was released by UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network. The World Happiness Report 2021 has been released by the UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network, and Finland was once again crowned as the world's happiest country. India has been ranked 139 out of 149 countries in the list of UN World Happiness Report 2021. In 2019, India was ranked 140th. The World Happiness Report is a landmark survey of a state of global happiness that ranks 149 countries by how happy their citizens perceive themselves to be. The World Happiness Report 2021 focuses on the effects of the COVID-19 and how people all over the world have fared. The annual report ranks nations based on gross domestic product per person, healthy life expectancy, and the opinions of the residents. Now the second question is consider the following statement regarding the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. BIMSTEC. So the option number 1, it comprises of 8 member states lying in the littoral and adjacent areas of the Bay of Bengal. It is right. While it came into being through the Bangkok Declaration, it is wrong. Third option is it is an implicit free trade agreement among the member nations. It is right. So 1 and 3 is right. Explanation is the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, BIMSTEC, is a regional organization comprising 7 member states lying in the littoral and adjacent areas of the Bay of Bengal, constituting a contiguous regional unity. The sub-regional organization came into being in 1997 through Bangkok Declaration. It constitutes 7 member states, 5 deriving from the South Asia, including Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and 2 from the Southeast Asia, including Myanmar and Thailand. It is not an FTA. It is a sector-driven organization focusing on sharing best practices and help each other in agriculture, public health, poverty alleviation, counter-terrorism, environment, culture, etc. A BIMSTEC free trade agreement is under negotiation. Third number question is Greyhounds, known for anti-insurgency operation against Naxalites from the Andhra Pradesh. Greyhounds is a police special forces unit operating in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Greyhounds specializes in anti-insurgency operations against Naxalites. Fourth number question says, which of the following committees have not been set up to examine electoral system in India? So the option is, right answer is Narsimham committee have not been set up to examine the electoral system in India. Rest of the Dinesh Goswami committee, Indrajit Gupta committee and Tankha committee has been set up to examine electoral system in India. Now the various committees have been put in place to examine electoral system, election machinery and election processes from 1974 to 2011. The various committees can be mentioned here as follows. In 1974, Tarkunde Committee, appointed by J.P. Narayana, election process and election system. In 1990, Dinesh Goswami Committee for electoral reforms. In 1993, Vohra Committee for nexus between crime and politics. In 1998, Indrajit Gupta Committee for state funding of the elections. In 1999, Law Commission of India was established for reform of electoral laws. Between 2000 to 2002, National Commission headed by M.N. Venkatacharya for working of the Constitution. In 2004, Election Commission of India proposed electoral reforms. In 2007, second ARC headed by Veerappa Moily report on ethics in governance. In 2010, Tankha Committee gamut of election laws and electoral reforms. Narsimham Committee is on banking sector reforms, not an electoral reforms. Now the fifth question is, the government has amended the Environment Protection Act to drop the mandatory washing of the coal supplied to thermal power plants. In this context, what are the benefits of using washed coal? Among them all are right. That is, washing coal increases the efficiency and quality of dry fuel. This option is also right. The thermal power plants would have fewer operational problems. So this is also right. The combustion of washed coal would be better from an emissions and local air pollution perspective. This is also right. So the washing explanation is washing coal increases the efficiency and quality of dry fuel. In theory, a process like a coal washing was supposed to be good for everyone. Thermal power plants would have fewer operational problems. The combustion of the washed coal would be better from an emissions and local air pollution perspective, and the unnecessary transport of large amount of ash and non-combustible material would be minimized. So here ends